We're on your side tracking a new bill aimed at making it easier to buy a house. Home prices are sky high right now. Zillow says the typical U.S. home cost about $368,000 in North Carolina. The average is around $335,000 in South Carolina, slightly cheaper with an average cost of $315,000. All right, let's move on closer to the Charlotte metro area and look at the home prices there, okay? We're looking at more than $400,000, putting home ownership out of reach for many first-time buyers. That's why lawmakers are pushing a bipartisan bill, the 21st Century Road to Housing Act.
On this vote, the yeas are 396, the nays are 13, two-thirds being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The resolution is agreed to.
Well, it just passed the House last night with wide bipartisan support aimed at improving affordability. But how? Tonight, we're on your side breaking it down into 3 things you need to know. Thing number 1, what does the bill actually do? In simple terms, it aims to help build more homes. Lawmakers say there simply are not enough homes available right now, and when supply stays low, prices stay high. They say this bill would speed up construction, of course, encourage more affordable and manufactured homes, help communities rehab vacant homes, and update older federal housing programs. Thing number 2, let's take a look. What does this mean for current homeowners? Well, it comes down to this. For people who already own a home, experts say you probably would not notice an immediate change. The bill is not expected to suddenly lower mortgage rates or make homes cheaper overnight. But supporters believe that if more homes get built over time, well, it could help slow rising home prices and make the market less competitive for buyers. It could also mean more development and more housing options in fast-growing areas like the Carolinas. Thing number 3, what happens next? You're taking a live look at Capitol Hill right now, where despite the House passing the bill, lawmakers have more work to do. The Senate already passed a different version earlier this year, so lawmakers now have to work out the differences between the 2 versions. Housing experts say there's no quick fix for America's affordability problem, but lawmakers hope building more homes could eventually help more families achieve home ownership. Coming up next on Your Side Tonight.